Hi, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Thanks ever so much for tuning in to find out today all about new reversible stamps and the fabulous Cup of Christmas, Cup of Cheer stamps and dies and what they're all about, because they're a completely new kind of stamp. The dies, we've had dies before, so we'll go through the dies, but we also want to talk about these beautiful images for mugs or cups, as well, we would call them mugs, but you could call them cups. And it's all about these new dies which you can work both ways. So this is the image on the front of the stamp set that shows you that these are reversible, and this is a new kind of stamp set where actually the images are actually on the back. They're on this inner layer here, so you don't have to keep the plastic if you don't want to. You can just attach your stamps directly to the stamp set, which is pretty cool. I've just kept this inner layer so that the stamps don't stick to each other when they go together. And as you can see, I've got quite a lot of the stamps out that we'll be playing with, some of these today, or I'll just be showing you at least what they do. I've also got this card that I've already made using some of the dies and just a few of the stamps. Aren't they cute? I love this little poinsettia and the little stripy thing. But there's lots more, loads and loads more, so I'll put that to one side. And then this is the Cup of Cheer die set. Comes with the stamps as a bundle, so you get 10% off if you buy them together. And you can see that in here we have candy cane, we have floral pieces, these are actually holly leaves, and there are the berries, and then this cuts out the poinsettia that you can stamp. And then these were the two that I used on these two cups here, or mugs here. So I've got 3 cards for us to go through today, but I wanted to start off by showing you just some of the stamping. So I'm going to get a piece of cardstock, here we go, like this, and we're going to use, first of all, I think I'll just show you some of the stamps. So here's one of the mugs. This is the plain mug, and here is this is Old Olive we've got here, and I'm just going to stamp that there, and you can see that it gives you a nice mug shape into which you can basically put anything else that you want. So lots and lots of the words that they have. So this is comfort and joy. This will fit either inside or on top of the mug, which I think is quite cute. I like the look of it on top. So we're just going to do that, and then you would cut this out and just pop this on. Obviously this isn't going to be cut out and put on as a you know, with a die or whatever, but it just shows you how you can do different things. And then we could put some leaves on the inside. Yeah, we could put some of these little leaves on the inside too, or you could put a die on. You know, you could stamp the poinsettia, pop that on. In fact, where is the poinsettia? Why don't we see how that looks in there? Because I know that does fit inside there, so we can just pop that in a nice red. Oops, red, not green. And then pop that on the inside. Which way up? Which way up would we do that? Yeah, probably this way up. I don't think it matters, to be honest. It's the same on all sides. There we go. So you could put the poinsettia in, you could then die cut one out, layer it up, you could do what you like with that. You could add some holly to that, etc, etc. So that's how you can build up your just your images. And then we're going to talk about the new reversible. Okay, so we're going to use red because it shows up nicely, to be honest. So we're going to do red, and also because it's quite Christmassy, obviously. So there is the first one. Now, what you do is you stamp it once. Oh, my red's gone very bubbly, so it's leaking. It's very juicy, this one. I'm just going to take a little bit of that ink off so it's not quite so bad. It's all, the reds are very juicy. Always, they seem to be very juicy. So we'll just take the top off that. Okay, so what you do is you stamp it once, and then you peel the stamp off the block. You place it back the other way around, and now you have a mug going the other way. So again, we'll ink it up and we'll stamp it off. There we go, look at that. So one stamp, you saw just one stamp, not two. So that doubles the opportunities and the possibilities that you've got, and you have a dotty one and a stripy one that you can use with this. Okay, so you do want to make sure that you give it a good clean on both sides, and I would use, to be honest, on this stamp I would use the new cleaning pad, because it will help to just get rid of some of that red, because you don't really want it to be completely red. So if we do that, and then we can just get rid of some of this red, you can see it's lifting, it lifts the ink off brilliantly. There we go, and then we'll turn it over and we'll get rid of the other side, because obviously that had ink on it as well. There we go. So I like these new reversible stamps. They're really clever in their design, and I think that if this is a new, I believe this is going to be like a new theme, that means that we'll be getting some more reversible stamps which we'll be able to do great things with in the future. But at the moment we've just got the, see, there's me trying to do it both ways that way. No, Pip, you have to take it off the stamp and turn it over. And then you do need to just rinse those with water, because you've used that, because we've used this special cleaning thing, just to make sure that none of it's left on the photopolymer. Okay, so that's how they work. So now let's see them in real life. Okay, I'm going to stamp, get rid of that piece, not in green, get rid of that. I'm going to stamp and make a card using my Whisper White cardstock and some of this beautiful paper, which is gold on one side, but we're not using the gold. I know, sacrilege, I'm turning it over, we're going to use the other side. Okay, this is out of the product medley, which is called the Most Wonderful Time of the Year medley. It's a beautiful stamp set and product medley. It comes all together, so you get stamps, dies, papers, embellishments, all that kind of stuff. But I just decided I'd just pull out because I really liked the red stripe of this. So we're going to do this one first, and I'm going to get it inky again, but I just thought it's worth showing you how I would clean it. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's definitely probably this one. Okay, so I thought I'd show you how I'm going to do my get rid of my ink, so that you understand what I'm doing. I'm not actually getting rid of it. All I'm doing is I'm just pushing hard here with a plastic lolly stick, okay? And what this is doing is it's just forcing the ink. Can you see there's a light patch coming in the middle? So it's just forcing the ink away from the centre. And this, it's because our patented ink pads mean that the ink sits on the top of the surface all the time, which is great for some colours, but red for some reason tends to bobble and just sort of foam up a little bit. So we do that, and then I get rid of this inky stick. There we go. So if you find that yours are doing that, then this is the way to do that and get rid of that. So I'm going to now stamp my images. So I've got my mug all nicely set up. I'm going to bring in my foam pad. Okay. And I'm going to stamp one down here and then reverse one up there. And I'm going to try and keep it in the centre where there's not so much ink. There we go. So this one down here. I'm going to go straight with this one. Perfect. And then we're going to stamp that off, clean that off. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make you shake. Okay, then we take the mug off, turn him over. There we go. and then ink him up again. Just in time before the ink all comes back again. And then pop him down at a sort of a jaunty-ish angle down here, I think. Not sure if I want them right next to each other or just, yeah, something like that, I think. There we go. There we go. So that is how we do our mugs. And then what I have somewhere, wherever I've put them, here. So then what I've done is I've stamped the Comfort and Joy in Old Olive, and I've punched out with it. Actually, I've die cut. Both of these are die cut. It's the other side of this paper. Okay, so I know I'm hiding the gold, but I thought I'd just put a bit of it behind this Comfort and Joy, so that's a bit sparkly. And then that is going to go over here like this, and this is going to go on here like this. There we go. But I do think it needs a little something coming down the sides, so I'm going to use one of the trims that's in the stamp set. This is basically it's a row of holly leaves, which will pick up the holly leaves that are in that Comfort and Joy stamp. So we're just going to ink these up and then just follow the line up here and then turn it around, ink them up and follow the line coming down here. There we go. Okay, that just adds a little bit more interest to that base, takes away some of that white that's there, and then when we put that on top it sort of seems to fit in a bit better to the whole idea of this. And then we'll put that over there. And this is a really quick and simple card. Okay, this is not some fancy schmancy card. This is a quick and easy card for you to do. But it just shows what you can do with those beautiful mugs that you can turn around. And you could do a whole page of reverse stamped mugs in all different colours. That would look really nice. And really sort of make your own background really with it. I think that's a nice idea. Might do that again. Okay, so then this one comes in here, and then that goes there like that. We're going to just pop this on. As I say, we want it quick and easy, bit of reverse stamping. That's probably the longest part really, isn't it, taking the stamps off and turning them around. But, and I wanted to leave enough room so you could still see the red and white stripes behind. So I haven't put a layer on behind this because I just want it like that. And then this will come in here. In fact, it could even come a little bit sort of over there, but I quite like it off the top there like that. We're going to stick this one down solid to the base and layer up the top. So this one's going to come in here like so. And then we will dimensional this one. Oh, we need to get some more dimensionals. Get some more dimensionals out, Pip. There we go. And then this one we can layer up on here. There we go. And see the circles from this? Pick up the circles in the mugs. And then we've got even more circles, if I can find them, wherever I put them, because we need a bit of bling. So I thought we'd use some real red rhinestones. Actually, I think they're just called red rhinestones, but we all know they're real red, really. And we'll pop these in the corners. Okay. And then, let's see, should we put them... I'm not sure the holly actually needs them, to be honest, but I think we might put one just at the base of that holly and this holly. There we go. Well, see, that's not even now, so now we need to put another one under here. Or even in the centre? No, under here. There we go. Better. Now we've got 3 on there and 2 on there, so that looks good. That's 5. Okay, so that's a really quick and easy card just to show you how the reversed stamps work. Okay, next up I decided to do a different card. This one I'm casing from the catalogue, which I can't show you yet because I'm not allowed to show the inside of the catalogue just yet. But this time I've decided to use another piece from the Winter Wonderland. Sorry, not Winter Wonderland, it's the Most Wonderful Time medley. This has got lovely green stars on the back, but it's also got some beautiful gold stripes and red and green on the front. So it's very Christmassy, obviously. But I like the fact that because it's got stars, it doesn't really have to be Christmas. I guess you could use stars for anything really, couldn't you? But obviously I'm using this. Now this time I've decided to cut the cardstock, sorry, the paper, to be the same size as the cardstock front. So this is, what's this? This is 10.5 by 14.9. There we go, that's what it is. So that's going to go on top of there like that. Make sure, have I got this around the right way? I have, good, excellent. Then I've cut a piece of crumb cake, and this crumb cake is 5.5 centimetres by 12 centimetres. There we go. And then I'm just taking the ends out to make it look more like a banner. So we're just going to chop those corners off like that and like that. It's very simple with the 1/2 inch circle punch, and you get a nice sort of banner edge to that. Then I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and this time not sending you a cup of cheer, that's this one, Sweet Christmas Wishes. There we go, that's what I want. And then our red, where's our red gone? There we go. So Sweet Christmas Wishes. Ooh, need to be over that way a bit just to make sure it's straight. Fingers crossed. Yay! That's good. And don't worry if that looks a bit faded, because it will, the ink will come back into the middle of that. So you're alright with that. And then what I've done is somewhere I've pre-die cut so that we didn't have shaky tables too badly. These pieces from the die cut, from the dies, that's the word I'm looking for. So you can see that you get 2 dies, one that's a solid and one that's got this stripy effect going on. And what you do is you just layer one on top of the other, and that gives you your candy cane look. So that's quite clever as well. It is a very clever set, I feel. And I think you could build it up and do lots of things with this. I haven't really had a chance too much to play with it, but I think you could really build up, you know, you could put the candy cane inside the mugs, and then you could have holly coming out, poinsettias, and all various different things. Okay, so then we want just crossed, I think, a little bit like that there. So how did I do that? Yeah, a bit like that there. And then I'll just do a small amount of glue. It doesn't need masses. I think that's sort of there-ish. Yeah, okay. And then we'll just glue this all the way here and here and here. Okay. Hopefully that's now stuck. Yep. Good goody. And then pop that down there. Ooh, just a little bit that way, please. Thank you. Like that. There's our candy canes. They look cute. And then there is a little bow piece, but I don't know if that's the right bow. Let's just tie a little linen thread bow, as if they've been tied together. There we go. And we can just glue dot that onto the front, and that kind of goes with the crumb cake. So we'll put that on there as if they're just tied together like that. Glue dot, that's what I'm after. There we go. And then I do want to somehow bring in the gold of the papers. And we haven't brought in any of the green, but we could bring in some of the gold, I think, for sure. So if we pop that there, tied together like that. There we go. Then that's going to sit on there, like so. So this is quite a flat card again. This would go through the post quite easily. Just wondering if we could put some tag things like that at the top. So if we glue this down, it's sort of antique gold, but it's close. I mean, obviously you could cut out a bow in gold, you could just use the red rhinestones again. You don't have to use gold or anything, but I just think it's quite nice to have something to just sort of lift that little piece. Right, make it straight, make it straight. Thank you. There we go. Better. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll just do these like tag topper things, you know. One there and one there. There. So there's another quick and easy card. You could obviously just use rhinestones if you didn't want to use those, but I like those. Okay, so that's another card done. And then finally, the last card is almost all, I've just done a little bit of stamping already, but it's almost all die cutting. So this, we're using mint macaron now. And I've taken this this colourway from this, not Island Indigo, it's like Island Indigo, but it isn't, it's Pretty Peacock. Taken this Pretty Peacock from something I saw in the catalogue, but they'd actually coloured this sparkle paper with the blends, the Stampin' blends, but I really liked it sparkly. I like a bit of sparkle in my life, so I wanted to do it like that. So we're just going to assemble this, and I'll tell you what I've done as we go, because otherwise you'd be here for like an hour and a half, and I think you'd get bored after an hour and a half. So we're just going to try and keep this less than 28 minutes. So let's go here. Try and keep it under half. That's 28 seems really precise, but that's the length of time my camera records for. So if I go longer than that, you know, I've had to put it together with two things. I might want to put that at a little angle, and I might want to lift that off. I've actually chopped this out from the thick Whisper White. This is thick Whisper White that I've run through with the rectangular dies, the stitched rectangle dies. So I'm thinking I might shift that to that side, in which case I want this over here, and I've just stamped Merry Christmas, and I'm just going to put it on as if it's like a border of the cup, like that. But I can't do it too low down, because when the cups come together and overlap, obviously I don't want to, if it was down here you'd lose the C for Christmas, so we'll pop it up there, just so that you know why I'm doing it at the top. And I've stamped this in Pretty Peacock too. And then this mug is Rococo Rose. So these are really lovely colours to put together because they're in the In Colour suite, with all the new In Colours. But Mint Macaron is an old In Colour actually, and now it's one of our central pieces. It's one of our main colours, but it does go really well with these, I've discovered. So I thought I liked the idea of that. So I'm going to bring this pretty central. Merry Christmas. Then we have the little sprig. And again, you don't need much glue on the back of this, because it's not heavy, so you just need enough that's just going to keep the fronds down on the card. And we're going to just tuck that in underneath. So hopefully I've left a, she says, not having stuck it completely down, but I thought I'd left a little bit of a gap under there. Did I? Yes, I thought I did. There we go. So just hold that up with my little two-prong thing. Take your pick. And then that can just slide right in there like that. There we go. So then that's got a nice sort of sprig coming out of it. And then this one, as I say, we're going to put this sparkle glimmer paper, and boy does it sparkle, it's really pretty. So pop that in, but I wouldn't put this with gold. I'd put it with silver but not with gold, which is why I didn't put it on the other cards that we made, because sparkly like this is really sparkly, but it's got a white sort of silvery blue shimmer to it, so it needs to stick with blues rather than golds, I personally believe. Just my personal thought. Now I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. There we go. So I think I'm going to put this one flat, and then I'm kind of tempted to put some, I'm putting it flat but crooked, if you know what I mean. So it's not on dimensionals, but it isn't straight with the edge of the card either. I know it's going to set everyone's OCD off. I'm tempted to put some sprigs behind this one as well, so they sort of match. What do we think? Yeah, I think they need those. So as I'm putting this up on dimensionals, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the glue on the back of here, and then attach these here. So just a little bit more of these is under the card, so it can get itself attached like this, like so, and just hold that till it's dry. Okay, and then, no, that's not the right lid. We'll pop some dimensionals on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one in the middle to give it a nice strong feel. Remember, we don't want any soggy middles. And I thought I was going to put the back pane up, but actually I think it looks better if I don't. And then this one can come down here, overlap that one like that. Cheers! So there we go, a very quick and easy stamp set to use, I think. And this one shows you how I literally just cut the mugs and then just stamped the Merry Christmas, and that's it. That's all the stamping there is on this card. So, and this one didn't have much stamping either. This one had a bit more stamping, and then obviously my double mug, reverse mug, had stamping. But let me show you some of the other things that when they come out looking beautiful. Look at this one, poinsettia here. So there it is in red and white, there it is in Pretty Peacock. That's lovely, isn't it? Beautiful. And then here's the red with that sparkle on it. Yummy, yummy. Isn't that gorgeous? So, you know, you can really go to town and make some fantastic cards with this set. So as I say, it's open, it's available tomorrow, not today, you can't get it today. But tomorrow it'll be up and running and ready on my website for you to purchase. So if you don't have a demonstrator and you want a copy of the catalogue, and I haven't sent you one already in the post, because if you're one of my customers you should have been receiving them through the post by now, but if not, then let me know. Just get in touch with me and I will get one off to you. So thanks ever so much for watching. All the details, as I say, in the description below, and hopefully come back soon, preferably tomorrow, because tomorrow the catalogue is live and I'll be doing another video with some heat embossing and showing you even more from the gorgeous catalogue. Alrighty, take care. See you again soon. Bye bye.